Jordan with a strike in his third frame. Strike, spare strike, it looks like. Julian shooting at a 1-2-10. Oh, and he makes it. So he is at 169. Strike here for 179. And Charles, oh, tripping out that 10 pin. Take a look at that. Right there, sending that messenger across, getting it. On a strike, and he's a little bit outside, leaving a 2-4-5. So Charles on the long, and oh, that's how you want to finish your semifinals right there. Wow, leaving the 8-10 in the pocket. Right, Alyssa popped up from that one, didn't like it. She leaves her 4-5 split. In her foundation frame. But she shoots this like she did the 2-4-5. She will make it. And she does. Right there. Got to split the 4-5 with the ball. They go flying out to the side. All right, Charles, oh, tripping out the 8-pin and back there. Or the 9-pin. With a 3-6-9, there you go. That's way outside. Pick this up for 189. Crossing over for strike. Hit. Buzz. Seven pin out there. And she's got 30 pins to make up. And that looks long and wash out. Carlin gets it. Good shot. He gets that. And we've got Jace on 34. Powerful two-hander. And he comes up high again, but this time leaving a big 4. Molly shooting her 7-pin. She makes it. Morgan on 36. And she's a little bit high and leaves a 4-pin. Right. So the matchups here on our left pair, Jace and Drake be bowling each other. Whoever wins advances. Jackson and Kat. Oh, picking up the big 4. Sliding it right over. That's just how you do it. Spencer lining up for his 7th frame. That's high, leaving a split. A 6-8. And he's on a spare in the 6. So the way these guys are going, he's going to need to pick this up. Brandon with a strike in the 9th. Spencer's going to shoot 6-8. And he makes it. He had to slide the 6-pin over into the 8. Realistically for a chance for the win. And he does it right there. And Julian's gonna needs the first one. Pocket shot right there. That will do it.
It's time to start.
Jordan with a strike in his 3rd frame. Strike spare.
It's time to start.
Hey everybody, happy Sunday and welcome to Ballard, home of the PBA Junior National Championships in January. But today we are here for the Ballard versus the Big C Experience, the Experience Youth Bowling Tournament. The first squad of 3 squads this morning at 10. And at noon and at 2, as we're working to get our cameras back up and running. The top 8 will advance to bracket play. And we've got scores but no cameras. There we go. All right, so we'll have 8 lanes of coverage. Each squad will bowl 3 games. There we are, back in business. And after each game, they will move 1 pair to the right. So we'll get some new faces in here on each pair. And at the end of 3 squads, we'll have our tournament finals bracket play at 4 p.m. So today they are bowling on the Kegel landmark pattern Stonehenge. As a 1-to-6 ratio, recreational pattern. And we'll see how that pattern matches up with the surface here at Ballard Euless. They had the PBA Junior Regional National Qualifier Tournament here a few months ago, and it was tough. No easy pickings out there. The scores in this region, I believe, were the lowest of any of the regions. And with some of the top talent in the nation, so it can be a challenge. And we'll see if the bowlers can get everything figured out in 3 games. And the top 8 advance to bracket play at 4 o'clock. All right, practice coming to an end. Looks like we got 4 on a pair. Right, so 2 divisions here today. We've got scratch and 180 handicaps. We see William Jewell III starting off, putting 10 back in the pit. WJ3 off to a fast start. Eric Jones, PBA Regional Champion Eric Jones on 44. And he's sending 10 back. All right, so it looks like they're getting this recreational 1-to-6 pattern figured out. And Zane, lefty, not able to trip out the 10 pin. Yeah, Sharice Graham coming in a little bit high, leaving a 3-6. Might be a, yep, just 3-6-10. No 9 pin back there. Okay. Let's see if we can get our score camera on the low side, a little more in focus. All right, Sharice picking up the spare.
The kitchen is now open. You can order through Patrick, one of our servers who'll be walking around, or up at the bar. You can also order by using the barcode on each one of your tables. Just use your phone's camera to scan it. It'll open up the menu. You can order electronically, or you can again order through one of our servers or at the bar. Good luck and high scores.
He's already got the shot of the game, so not going to get him another one. But good shot, Eric. All right, so Keenan on a double, 9th frame. Keenan and Caleb. All right, Keenan might have wanted Caleb's shot there as Keenan goes a little high. Gets 8 on the double in the 9th frame. Morgan, that might be a ball change. And Morgan collecting her first strike of the game in the 9th. But that looked exactly how you want it to look. It's a good shot. Right, good shot on 47. And Carlin on 46. That's going to cross over. Gets the 10 to go. For her first shot in the 10th. She can strike out for 172. So Keenan can go 210 off the sheet. And if he keeps doing that, he will. Carlin, that looked like a red pretty early. And she leaves a 10 pin. Right, Ethan out of trouble. Trips the 8 pin. We'll see how our high side finishes, and we'll go join the low side. And Keenan gets it out a little bit wide, a little bit late. Gets 6. And Morgan Gets the 7 to go, leaves the 4 pin on her first shot in the 10th. And she's strike in the 9th. Ethan picks up his spare, so he'll get a fill shot. Keenan clearing out those 4 pins for a smooth 200. All right, Morgan going for the spare. That needs to push. And she gets it. All right, so she's at 166. She'll be in the 170s. So she's going for the ball change. Rubicon. Morgan with the ball change, making a little move probably to the left. And crosses over, but manages to carry the 10 pin for that 176. All right, the 1, 2, 4 on 48. And that one through the nose, but good news, it's a fill shot, and you don't have to pick it up. All right, Caleb also finishing with a smooth 200. Then we'll go down to the low side. Sawyer shooting at the 4-7 on the fill, and gets that little left, a little early, and finishes with a 145. And Eric Jones with a 203 to wrap up the first game. Maya Green on 44. And who trips out the 9 pin late, so she can go 163. Jack Melendez, first shot in the 10th, gets them all to go. So Jack can finish with a 127. Again, 2 divisions. We've got scratch and handicap for below 180 average. So we'll have 2 brackets of 8 at 4 o'clock. I believe 1 and 2 get buys in the first round. All right, Maya gets that 10 pin to go, leaving just the 4-7. Jack looking to maximize his score in the 10th and will not as it goes long. And he leaves the 1-2. All right, so he's going to be in the 1 teens. All right, Maya spares up her 10th frame for 153. And Jack looking for the spare. Doesn't get it. He's going to finish 115. All right, so we've got, I think, 1 pair still in the 10th frame. As they finish up, then everyone will make the move. Again, everyone moving 1 pair to the right.
And as the athletes are making their move, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Like McKinley Brannigan on 44. Comes in high 310 split on her first shot in game number 2. And Alyssa Ballard up on 43. All right, and Keegan with a strike in the second on 41. And Michaela on 42 gets the 7 to go late, leaves the 4-pin. And William Jewell leaves the 4-pin. Charisse with a 4-7. All right, William quickly going after the spare, and he picks it up in his second frame. So he bounces back after an open in the first. All right, Michaela gets enough of that 4-pin. And Kyra Durham going after the 10-pin. Gets a little outside. Gets it into the channel. After a strike in the first, open in the second. Puts her at 28 after 2. Charisse on 43 in the pocket. Keegan Alexander on 42. A little bit light, 10-pin. Looks like he knew it off his hand. Alyssa, 41. That looks good. And she gets it. 3 in a row. Alyssa, the defending champion of this event. She won this last year when it was held at City View Lanes. So change of venue for this year. So we'll see if Alyssa can defend her title. That's Zane on 44. And Zane picks it up. Kyra Durham on 43. A little light mixer. A little bit too light. Leaves the 210. McKinley on 44. Looking to bounce back after that split. And that's going to be high in another 310. That's Keegan Alexander again on 41. Keegan, member of U15 Developmental Team USA after qualifying second in junior gold this year in Indianapolis. And that's why. Hits the pocket, sends 10 back. Ooh, all right, Zane going for the 4.710. Gets only 2. Puts him at 46 after 3. William Jewell, no problem finding the pocket in his third frame. First strike of the game. So, open spare strike. That's the improvement that you're looking for. All right, McKinley with the 6.10. Sharice Graham, 44. That looks good. 6 takes out the 10. Double for Sharice. All right, McKinley picks up the spare. All right, William Jewell III on 43. Looked good, came in a little high, and man, he pays the price for that one. 4.6. All right, Zane on 44. Playing the left side, finding the pocket. His second strike of the game in the 4th. All right, William with the field goal. But no points for that. So Keegan up on 42. Likes it, gets it. All right, so Keegan with a 279 possible after 5. And McKinley in the pocket this time, but leaves the 10 pin. Carlin with the 1, 2, 4, 10. And can't get that head pin. Slid over into the 10. So open for her. Puts her at 51 after 4. All right, Kyle on 47. A little bit of loft to get it down the lane. And it goes a little bit long. Leaves the 1, 2, 4. Eric Jones on 46. starting his 5th frame, working on a strike. And that one comes in a little bit high and leaves the 2-pin. Carlin on 48, sending 10 back for her 2nd strike of the game. All right, Eric picking up the spare. So Kyle on 48 with a 9-pin. And Jack Melendez with the strike on 45. McKinley Brandigan on 43. Just reading off the spot down lane. Comes in high, leaves a 6-pin. Michaela shooting at the bucket, and she picks it up. All right, Keegan on 42, high flush, sending 10 back. Ryan Zane with a strike on 44, his 6th frame. Wow, William Jewell III with the big messenger, but leaves the 7-pin, and that was actually a foul, so he'll get another shot at it. All right, Kyra, 43, working on a spare. Good shot, right in the pocket. Sending 10 back in the 7th. All right, William can't get that 5-pin to go on his 2nd attempt in the 6th. All right, McKinley through the nose, big 4. And Charisse on 43. 6th frame working on a strike. And that is high. Almost crosses over. But Charisse leaves the 6-10. Alyssa on 42. High flush. 4-pin. Right, so halfway through the 2nd game, starting to see some of the athletes coming back, making equipment changes. So as the lanes transition, making some adjustments. As Keegan in the 8th goes for, that was 5 in a row for Keegan. And that is 5 strikes in a row for Keegan Alexander. Keegan getting himself a pack of Franks. That's 5 strikes in a row. Pack of Franks. All right, so Zane, 44. Getting the strike. Kyra coming in a little light, leaving the left side. Kyra, that 9-pin will wobble, but won't fall down. All right, Sharice picks up her 9-pin on 44. Michaela, 3-6-10. Gets the 6-10, leaves the 3-pin. Right, we'll go up to the high side here for a minute. Ethan Gomez on 47. 7th frame. Split in the 6th. Looking to come back off of that. Carlin shooting at the 2-pin, picks it up. Sawyer, 6-9-10. So some complicated leaves over here on the high side. Right, look like Eric going for the backup ball. Maybe didn't get quite enough of it. So his clean game comes to an end with a 148 in the 6th. Or in the 8th, rather. All right, Sawyer picks up his spare in the 8th, puts him at 139. Kyle with a big strike in the 7th. Caleb comes in light with a 1-2 after a double in his 7th frame. All right, Ethan Gomez, 48, looking to come back after a couple of opens. That's light. Messenger will not deliver. Little light pocket shot. Can't shake out the 10-pin. So this will be an important spare for Ethan. Don't want to have 3 opens in a row going into the 9th. Right, Eric Jones, 9th frame. Oh, Ethan shooting at the spare. Oh, he gets it wide into the channel. Right, Eric, his ball reads a little early again on the right. 2-4-7. And Carlin with just the 4-7. Hop down to the low side. Eric picked up his spare. McKinley on 43. And shot crosses over, leaves the 3-pin. And Eric Jones making an equipment change, it looks like. I see a few folks going back and changing things up. All right, so Keegan, it's like a 9 spare in the 10th, so his fill shot, and he'll be in the 150s. With this one, and I think if I saw a score right, he was 240s in the first game, so he should be able to push through and the last game, make it into the finals. William Jewell, 43, mixes him up, gets him to go on his first shot in the 10th, so he can go 170. Sane can strike here and get himself into the 200s, be on the plus side. It's a good place to be, and there he goes. All right, so he's at 193 right now. 7 more will put him at a smooth 200. All right, William Jewell high gets the 10 pin out, but leaves the 6. And Kyra down there gets her spare shot a little bit wide on her, yeah, her 10th frame. So it shows it's going to finish 144. Zane, I heard a foul, and he will not get to 200 with a foul on the fill. There should be a jingle for that. Foul on the fill. All right, so Zane's going to finish with a 193. And McKinley crosses over, but gets them all to go. Charisse on 43 to start her 10th frame. Sends pins all around the 7 pin. But nothing will knock it down. So she can go 194 after picking this up. McKinley can go 161. So Charisse picks up the spare, so she'll be in the 180s. All right, McKinley with the crossover. 10 pin will not go. All right, so she's at 150 already. Can get 151. And Charisse maxes out her score at a 194. And McKinley gets her 10 pin wide, so she'll be 150. So we go up to the high side, see how things are going up here. All right, Carlin picks up the 245, so she can go 164. And Ellen gets half the bucket in her 10th frame, puts her at 125. Carlin going for a different piece of equipment on her fill shot. Ethan starting his 10th frame, finding success on his first shot in the 10th. And Carlin getting that shot left off her hand. Manages to get some carry for 164. All right, so Ethan can pull this game back. He's on a double second shot in the 10th. That looks pretty good. All right, so Ethan's got this figured out. So 9 or better will put him in the 190s. Just finishing the second game here of the first round of qualifying. Here at the Ballard's Bowling Academy, the Experience Youth Bowling Tournament here at Bolero in Euless, Texas. All right, Ethan comes in high flush, getting them out for a 191. All right, Kyle can go 179 with 2 more. That's light. And that 2-pin will not fall, so he can go 169. Caleb can go 189. All right, Caleb Messenger takes out the 10-pin. Take another look at that. you go. Caleb high flush with his second shot. So he's going to be in the 180s. Looks like he's going to try a different look. Picking up a different ball for his fill shot. And got that a little left. Might have been trend 2, looked like. We'll see. All right. So as the athletes make the move, one pair to the left. We're going to get ready for our final game here at the Ballard Bowling Academy, the Experience Youth Bowling Tournament. We'll be right back. All right, Keegan Alexander on 44. Looks like he's got the purple hammer lights. 2-4. All right, so Keegan with a couple big games to open it up. I think he had a 240 and a 258, looks like, second game. As Alyssa Ballard open it up. 2 strikes to start out game number 3. All right, Keegan picking up the spare. All right, Michaela on 43, light mixer. Second frame strikes, and Michaela spare strike. Keegan on 43, looks like made a little move inside. The ball didn't quite read the mid lane, goes long. Leaves the 7-pin. All right, so Keegan picks up the spare. All right, Alyssa on 44. Getting the 6-pin off the side to take out the 10. So Alyssa perfect through 3. And Kyra leaving a 10-pin. And Andrew Kearney up on 41. Always colorful. Picks up his spare in his first frame. So Keegan on 44, making a ball change, and looks like a good choice. Goes high flush, gets the carry. Takes them all out. All right, Alyssa leaving a 10-pin. Drake Derflinger on 42. And goes high, pays the price. In his first frame with a big 4. Kyra coming in high, leaving that 10-pin just wiggling. It will not go. All right, Alyssa shooting at her 10-pin. She picks it up, no problem. Drake going for the big 4. We've seen this made before, but not today. So Drake starting off with an 8 count. Michaela comes in light, leaves a 10-pin. Kyra picks up her 10-pin. And a first look at Garrett Andrus today. Start off with a strike. Garrett coming off a hot 300 game in SYC Orlando last weekend. And he might be on his way to doing that again, as he is perfect through the first 2 frames. All right, so yeah, it looked like Keegan switched to an Axiom. So about the earliest, smoothest thing in the Storm lineup. And that looks like a good look for him as he doubles in the 5th. All right, Alyssa 7-10. I missed that. Andrew splitting the 8-9. Go up to the high side. Jack Melendez on 48, picking up the 10-pin. Eric Jones on 48, starting his 4th frame. That looks pretty good. Gets the light mixer to go for 3 in a row after 4. And Jack on 47. Jack leaning pins up against the 7-pin, but it won't go. Right, and McKinley on 46. Gets that wide too soon. Sends it out into the channel on her 5th frame. And that brings up WJ3. William Jewell the 3rd. 6th frame. Working on a strike. That looks pretty good. And it is. Gets it in there for the double. And Eric Jones on 47. All right, Eric gets the 7-pin out, but leaves the 3-pin. And Charisse on 46, ring 10. That's Eric. A little backup action at his 3-pin. And Keegan shooting at a 10-pin, and he picks that up. So Keegan's at 107 after 6. Alyssa's light 2-pin won't go. All right, Zane gets him out for 3 in a row. As take a look at Garrett. So Garrett with a split in the 3rd, looking to come back in the 4th, and he comes in high. 4-9, the 9 rocks around, will not fall. All right, back-to-back splits for Garrett. As Michaela gets him to go. All right, Alyssa gets it wide. All right, Keegan goes a little long, leaves a 10-pin. All right, Alyssa shooting at the 1, 2, 4, picks it up, no problem. Puts her at 133 on a spare in the 7th. Keegan, 10-pin, bam, gets it. That puts Keegan at 126 through 7. All right, Drake on 41. And he gets it wide on his 10-pin attempt. So Drake looking to fill a frame here after 4. Then Andrew working on a double. And he goes high flush, gets the carry, 3 in a row. Right, Charisse with a 5-pin. And as Charisse picks up the 5-pin. Make sure, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, like the video, share it with a friend, click the notification bell so you'll know whenever we go live. And Keegan on 44. That's light. Can't carry the 2-pin. And WJ3 in the pocket for his 9th frame. And Eric Jones on 47. Looking to come back after a split. And he goes a little bit long, leaves a 3-6. Oh, Zane so close to the pack of Franks. His strike streak ends at 4 in the 9th frame. Right, Eric on 47 spares up his 7th frame. All right, Drake with the big strike in the 5th. All right, Keegan on 44, looking to find the pocket, and he does. After 3 spares, sends 10 back in the 9th. So he can strike out and still go plus on this game. So again, as this squad finishes their final game, we'll have another squad at high noon Central Standard Time in about 30 minutes. So as this squad finishes, we will shut the stream down and start another one. So again, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. 8 lanes of wall-to-wall coverage of all the qualifying and the finals. All right, so Alyssa, her 10th frame, she's working on a double on 43, and she leaves a flat 10. All right, Michaela picks up her 5-pin in the 9th. All right, Alyssa picks up her 10-pin, so she'll get a fill shot and the opportunity to go plus. All right, Keegan gets that right, goes high, leaves a 9-pin. So, like I said before, this place hooks. You get it right with those kind of revs, and it's going to pick up early and go through the nose as Alyssa goes 212. And Keegan picks up his 9-pin. So he will get a fill shot, and he'll probably stick with his Axiom.
scholarships in the squad, $150 each squad.
But no, yeah, he's going to go get a different ball. Again, no re-oil after the squad, so maybe he wants a little look at how the next game's going to shape up for him. That's a little earlier, a little smoother. And he'll finish with a 195. So again, they're bowling on the Kegel Landmark Stonehenge series, 40 feet, 23 units, 1 to 6.5 ratio. So seeing some of that transition. And looks like it's bowling 4 games. Well, how about that? All right, so Drake on 42. High flush. Sends 10 back. So 3 in a row, 7 spare. Strike for Drake. So it looks like he's got it figured out after like 4 opens to start this game. He's got it figured out. So Andrew on 41 trying not to foul and saves the day, sends 10 back, stays behind the foul line. Everything you could ask for. Won't get any style points for that. All right, so Garrett starting his 10th frame. He got 2 off the washout, off the sheet for 186 for him. And there's the first one, so 2 more. He'll be in the 180s. That's Garrett's second shot in the 10th. Kind of stands up on it, but got right. Found some friction, but won't carry the 7-pin. Right, so Garrett can pick this up for 176. All right, so Keegan coming in light. Can't trip the 2-pin. In his 4th frame. All right, William pleased with himself making the 10-pin in the 2nd. 10 pins are important. And Alyssa looks good, gets it. Checking on it. Yep, no 10-pin. All right, Keegan picks up his spare in the 4th. And McKinley picks up her spare in the 2nd. So again, 4 games of qualifying. And at the end of this game, we will begin the 2nd round of qualifying. William Jewell the third on 48. Comes in high, 3-6-10. And Kyra Durham on 45 with just the 6-10. And WJ3 picking up the spare in the third frame. And Kyra gets it inside to whiff on the 6-10. And Keegan needs that to push. Does not. A little high, almost crossover. Leaves the 10 pin. So Alyssa Ballard on 45 on 2 in a row. Strike 9 spare double triple. So halfway through fourth game. She's got 279 possible out there still. Right, so some scores from game 3 over on the low side. I think that was Andrew with a 226. Garrett with a 175. And a 209, 172. Not sure who those belong to. All right, Keegan on 45. That's a good one. All right, so strike in the 6th. And Alyssa, that looks good. She gets it for 4 in a row. One more for that pack of Franks. See if she can pull that off. Kyra on 45 needs some help with it. 6 pin. All right, Michaela with 245, avoids the bucket, gets the 8 pin out of it. And Charisse high flush for 3 in a row. So she's 9 spare triple after 4. And McKinley high flush leaves the 4-7. Michaela picks up the spare. All right, Zane 5th frame on 2 in a row. That looks good, and he gets him out. That's 3 in a row after 5. Keegan looking to double. Alyssa does not get the pack of Franks as Keegan trips out the 7-9 late. Gets the double, stays clean. Final game of squad number 1. All right, WJ3 taking care of business in the 5th with a double. McKinley on 47. It's got a crossover. It does, and the 9 pin goes back. Strike in the 5th. Kyra sending 10 back in the 7th. And Charisse, that looks good. A little bit light, flat 10. WJ3 lights. The 8-pin won't go. So his strike streak ends at 3. Was it 3? Nope, that was Charisse. 2 ends at 2. All right, and he picks up his spare. So I've got Zane working on 3 strikes in his 6th frame. That looks pretty good. Ah, the head pin comes off the wall in front of the 10. And Keegan with 3 in a row on 45. Charisse on 47. Gets the light mixer. And Michaela on 46. Flat 10. All right, and Andrew starting off his last game of qualifying with a 2-8-10. And he's going to throw a backup at it. Gets the 2. So he'll start off with 8 in the first. All right, Garrett comes in light, mixes them up. Strike in the second. Andrew on 43. Good shot in his second frame. Coming back after the open. Drake on 44. Needs to push. Doesn't. Pays the big price. Kyra is in light, leaves a 10-pin. And Charisse comes in high, leaving a 3-6-10. All right, Alyssa needs her 8-pin, stood back up. That's Zane on 48, 8th frame. Little light 7-pin. Garrett with the slow wheel on the fast pitch, looks like. And he comes in a little bit light, leaves the 10-pin. All right, Drake high with a 4-10. Another big split for Drake. 3 frames into the 4th game. All right, Garrett picks up the 10 pin. All right, we'll see if Drake can slide this 4 pin over into the 10 pin. And goes for it. Cannot convert. The Charisse light mixer gets him to go. Strike in the 8th. So Charisse, good game. She can go 249 off the sheet. 4 more. All right, so Alyssa's got her pin stood back up. Wasn't an 8. Good news. 4 pin. And she gets them both. Would have gotten the 8 too if it was there. WJ 348. Bam. Gets them to go. 9th frame. Strike. All right, so he can go 226 this last game. He needs some push. Gets it. Light. Or comes in a little high. Strike in the 9th. And he can go 226 as well. And Charisse. Light mixer. And Alyssa, her 2nd shot in the 10th. And she gets it. So she's at 217. She can go in the 220s here on the fill. All right, so Keegan with 4 in a row. His first shot in the 10th. Looks pretty good, and he gets him out. And that is Keegan's 2nd pack of franks for the day. That's 5 strikes in a row. Keegan Alexander with the pack of franks. And McKinley on 47. Needs that to push. It's going to read the end and pick up the 7 pin. Keegan wanted some push, did not get it. Needs to change the battery in the remote control hands. Check out Alyssa's shot. Messenger City. All right, so Keegan is going to finish with 232. Alyssa, 227. And WJ3, his 2nd shot in the 10th. There you go. I think he doubted it for a little bit, but there's some hook on the gutter. So he's going to be in the 220s. All right, and McKinley on 48. Getting him to go. All Ryan William looking for 226, and he will get it. There you go. The late 7. The big 226. And Michaela coming in light on her fill shot. Yep. And Kyra with a 310. And she picks it up for 183 to finish. All right, so Charisse on 3 in a row. Her second shot in the 10th on 47. Needs to push. It does. She found some hold in the middle on 4 in a row. She's going to be in the 240s. Is it going to be 249? Big game for Charisse. And that's going to be a little light. And Charisse's strike streak ends at 4, but brings it home for 246. Big last game. So we'll go down to the low side as they are halfway through their final game. As Drake shooting at a 10 pin, he picks it up. All right, Andrew comes in high, leaves a big split. Ryan Dominic on 42. And he's got 2 in a row after 6. All right. Hey, I've got a visitor. Hey, Lucy, how's it going? That controls all the little cameras and stuff. You should not touch any of that. No, you shouldn't. You want to say hi to everybody? You want to talk into the microphone, say hi? No, not at all. You got shy all of a sudden? No. Okay. All right, so Garrett's got a 10 pin on 43. On 44. And Andrew on 43, light mixer for the strike. He bounces back in the 6th after split in the 5th. Oh, Drake almost crumbling out the bucket, but leaves the 2 pin. Oh, the stone 9 on 43. All right. Drake lasers the 2-pin on 44. Couple early splits, but he is at 84 after 6 frames. Garrett on 44, 7th frame, looks pretty good. Flat 10, the slowest messenger ever, won't get there in time. All right, Dominic going for the big 4, gets 2. Garrett picks up the 10-pin. And Drake with the late 7, but leaves the 5-pin. Like his ball's just seeing a little bit too much friction early, rolling out. All right, good spare. Andrew looking for another messenger, won't get it. All right, Colby coming in light, shaking them out, getting them to go in the 9th. So he can still strike out and go 203. All right, so Andrew picks up the 10-pin. All right, Dominic converts. Garrett goes a little long. There's a 1-2-4. All right, almost the split conversion over there, way down on 42. So Garrett, the 1-2-4, picking it up. All right, as we are wrapping things up here in game number 4. If you haven't already, be sure subscribe, like the video, share the stream with a friend. Click that notification bell and you'll know whenever we go live. And speaking of going live, at the end of this qualifying round, we'll shut the stream down, and when they get started, we'll open up a new one, and you don't want to miss it, so be sure and click that notification bell. Second squad starts at 12, which is already passed, so as soon as they finish up, they'll probably start another one. And then at 2, or a little bit after, and the finals at 4. All right, so Drake on 44, living in Splitsville this game, third split of the game. And Andrew's got the 1, 2, 4, 10. See if you can pick this one up. No backup ball. And gets a little bit too much of the head pin, leaves the 10 pin. Drake going for it, wraps the 10 pin, cannot catch a break. Poor guy. All right, so that puts him at 119. 2 frames to go. Can still go 179 off the sheet. There's still hope. All right, nice shot. Sending 10 back for the strike in the 9th. All right, Garrett with the light mixer for his 9th frame. And he can go 224. Drake with his 9th frame. All right, just the 4 pin. Andrew on 44, the Stone 8. Check that out. All right, Drake picks up the 4 pin. Puts him at 129 after 9. And Andrew whiffs on the 8 pin to open in the 9th, puts him at 134. Garrett with the big 4 in his 10th frame. All right, good 10 pin. So he can go 216. All right, and the 7-pin stands for 205. Andrew up on 10. He's looking to come back after that open in the 9th. 264 possible still. And it goes long with the super washout. 1, 2, 6, 8, 10. Let's see if he'll throw a backup at this. And nope, straight at it and gets 1. So unfortunate 10th frame puts him at 140. Drake on 44. 10th frame on a spare. That looks good. Is that the second strike of the game? All right, so he's in the 140s already. Strike here will put him in the 150s. 159. Give him the opportunity to end up in the 160s. That was a good shot. We'll see how he does. See that PBA logo on his right sleeve. He bowled in a PBA regional event earlier this year. And goes a little bit light, leaves the 2-pin. All right, so he's going to be either 158 or more than likely 159. And it's going to be 159. All right, so there it is. That wraps up Squad 1. 4 games of qualifying. We're going to end the stream. And be sure to click that notification bell so you'll know at the end of practice for Squad 2, you'll know whenever we go live. Thanks for watching, and as always, remember, be cool and go bowl.